Three, two, one, let's go. So, thank you, congratulations, because it's another day of you being alive. It's another day of we being alive. And then what I want to say is that let's open with a question. So, can you follow order, or are you a follower? If you are not, if the answer is not, then this video is for you, because I also cannot follow order well, and then there's some point in my life, especially when you are just graduating from college, and then you ask yourself, like, do I want to do 9 to 5, or what is actually do I want to do, or do I want to do my own freelance or work for somebody else? But for me, I never resonate with like the concept of working for someone, working for a company for 9 to 5 every single day. I mean, is except the 2 days off. So yeah, so there is that. But about 9 to 5, I think it is designed for get the most out of for a company, right? But if you think about 9 to 5, if you are working 9 to 5, let's say it's 8 hours. It is 8 hours every single damn day. And then in those 8 hours, like, do you feel like, you know, it's not that you are working for 8 hours. It's like you are not focusing, you are on something else, yada yada yada. And so what I'm trying to say here is that if you don't like 9 to 5, then don't force it. Maybe in the first, like, oh my god, everyone got a stable job, everyone got a stable income, like every single month salary. But it is stable though. I saw this video another day, and they say that it's not stable, but it is predictable. It's different, right? Like stable versus predictable. And I think when talking about stability, you cannot find stability, and you cannot depend your stability on something, especially corporation. You cannot depend your needs or your sense of security, sense of belonging, sense of feeling stable on someone or something that only think about profit, only think about how to make the most of the money. And I think one of my problem with company, especially like hiring and stuff, like they always accept us, you know, they always think to themselves like, what can this candidate give to us, what can you contribute, but not the otherwise, not the I think if you are a candidate, please ask them, what can you give to me other than salary, what can you offer? But also, more companies should, before they demand something for a person, they must think to themselves like, what can I contribute, how can I contribute to their growth, how do I contribute to this individual growth? So it's not only for the company purpose, but it's also for every single one they are working in the company. And then another thing, I saw so many people complaining like the process of the hiring process of the interview. Like, can you imagine, like, you're hiring for a company and then you are not hired yet and you don't know, like, there are bigger chances that you are not hired, but you must, like, you already must invest your time, sometimes your money, in a sense. Maybe offline interview, you need to invest the money into the transportation, and then sometimes they make you to do take home tests. And I don't like this because I know that several companies use the material resources from the material resources from the person, the candidate, from their take-home task, and then use it for their work, use it for their profit, and it's illegal. It should be illegal. And yeah, and another thing also, why do, if you already see their portfolio, you know what you are getting, I think there is not really necessary. And I think my take is also there needs to be a trial, not a trial like probation, but okay, maybe probation 6 months, but it's not before even like you work officially. There is need, and you need to be paid. What I love working as a freelance, when we, before we want to do long-term contract, we usually just purchase one-time project, maybe a commission or maybe a drawing, just one time. I don't know how will it work implement to the work system. And again, and in the work-life balance, can you imagine like 8 hours? So there are more time of your life that you spend on doing someone else's work, in a span that you are doing for someone else's profit. And to be honest, if something happens to you, like the company are not going to care, like, oh my god, like you are sick, blah blah blah. Okay, some of them are nice and then like pay you compensation and pay for your hospital bills, but it really a few of them, and most of them just, okay, bye bye, you are just a labor, you are just a battery, you are just one of many that we can utilize, one of many source human resources that we can utilize for our company purpose. And after that, you cannot anymore do things as they want to, they can just get rid of you, like bye bye. But before, like, it's really wild when I see like people walk, like working with their IV drop. And I used to be like that. Like, I used to work for someone else's, and yeah, I'm IV drop, and then I need to still like giving news to the person that the supervisor or the owner. And yeah, so that's being said, I want you to take a look at your life. If you are working at 9 to 5, tell yourself, you don't need to tell me, like tell yourself, but being honest, are you fulfilled? Like, what are you getting? And then if what are you getting and what are you giving to them continuously. If the give and take or it doesn't reciprocate you in the way that you expect to, what will you do moving forward? And if you don't need the money, I mean, no, let's put it this way, like if whatever you can do, if whatever you do, either your business or something else, it can make you a lot of money, what will you do if money isn't the issue? And what will you do even if you know you will then get money out of it? Like what will you do voluntarily? So yeah, there is that. And thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Bye.